thing that we have is life. So let we live it and live it right. Come together and unify. Link up your friends, them, and build a vibe. Cause this my year, my year, my year. Cause this my year, my year, my year. Cause this my year, my year, my year.
I want to thank you for coming this afternoon for this press briefing. As we promised, the KPCM promised that we would keep this follow-up meeting. And this meeting here, or this briefing here, is for the Unity Jump Up that will be taking place tomorrow evening. It will be starting on the French side, across the border into Phillipsburg. And before I could continue with that information which the panel will be giving, I want to introduce the panel that is here present today, and we want to welcome them here today and sit with us and be able to share information so that the public would have in connection with the Unity Jump Up. We want to, first of all, to my direct left, we have Mr. Ricardo Gomes and Mr. Raymond Lake. He's the Assistant Chief of the Police Municipal, that's correct. Yes, and then we have Ms. Jacqueline Rodriguez, I believe this is the Chief of Police of the French. We have Mr. Benjamin Hout, who is the head of the Uniform Division in Phillipsburg. We have Mr. Blueyman, and then we have Mr. Alston Lawrence, Mr. Alfred Lawrence, and then we have Mr. Ricardo Gomes from SCDSM, that's correct. All right, and together here today we would like to give you as much information as possible to make this Unity Jump Up, which we have this year again, after I believe last year, a year.
5 years.
Okay, yes, and what we will do, we will give you information in that regard so that the carnival or the jump up would be safe once it transitions from the French to the Dutch side. Without further ado, I would like to invite Mr. Benjamin Hout, who will take over and giving you information from there.
Thank you. Good afternoon, welcome. First of all, we have to recap and see the previous jump up. We have to say from the police perspective, it went well. In the sense we only had one arrest, and the revelers have been behaving very good. We're very happy with that. We want to encourage this positive attitude. It's all about coming out, enjoying, having fun. Today we have a different panel because it's one country, two sides, a French and a Dutch, and everybody that is involved is here at the table. So we have invited our counterparts on the French side because it has to start there. We have certain things we have to organize together. We need to be there to inspect the vehicles. We need to be there and we need to know how it is moving because we have to receive it. And the time, because of the length, is a very lengthy one. The time is very essential. Meaning to say that for every hour later, it will be an hour and a half to 2 hours later at the final destination. So, having said that, I want to leave first my colleagues from the French side say how things is at their side and how the planning is. Then we will talk about this side, and then we leave for the Carnival Foundation. Both presidents talk about what they want to give and the information.
Good afternoon to each and everyone. So for the Unity Jump Up, it will be tomorrow evening, the 22nd of March. It will begin at 8 p.m. from the Gallis Bay parking lot. It will drive up till Rue de la République and then follow from Rue de Hollande till the frontier, Bellevue. From the frontier, of course, the Dutch police, the Dutch force will take over in terms of circulation and follow-up of the Unity Jump Up of the event. on our side, like he just said, Mr. Benjamin, we have to work together in order to guarantee the maximum of security for each and every one. He said also that our carnival end up with only one person that being placed in custody. It began with a fight and ended up bad for him, but we don't want that at all. It's an occasion for each and everyone to have fun, and that's the reason why we are putting the maximum of security in place so the event could be correct. I leave my assistant talk if he wants to add. But before I forget, I really would like to say they are not here today, the gendarmerie, but they'll be in force also helping us out in this event. Thank you all.
Good afternoon to everyone. We're going to do the maximum, put everything in place so that this period can go to the end in safety and everyone could enjoy themselves. In terms of preparation, this afternoon, no, tomorrow afternoon, we should have the control of the vehicle, inspection of the vehicle. So as I told you, everything going to be put in place along with the Dutch counterpart police so that everything could be correct and secure.
When it reached at the Dutch side, after a small ceremony, I'm going to leave that to the president to talk about. We will take over, and of course the real hassle starts with the traffic circulation. I want to ask everybody to pay keen attention on the instruction given. The police will be there, and we try to, with the few roads that we have, make it as best as we could. Because of the entrance to Marigot, we have to close off the causeway roundabout, the direction going towards Marigot early, and also we have to, at a certain moment, we have to close off the causeway. So from let's say around 9 o'clock we have it, depends on, I just say tentative times, based on how the progress is and how fast they're reaching. We calculate, because we still want to give the public some idea what to expect. Around 9 o'clock from the causeway roundabout by Port-au-Prince side, you won't be able to go direction Marigot anymore. So people who want to go to the French side have to use lowlands or go to Belvedere, French Quarter side. The causeway the causeway roundabout by the airport side will be closed based on as it is approaching closer by, because then we have to be ready to receive it, and then we will close the well road. We calculate the time, and I'm going to leave the Carnival Foundations themselves coordinate that. We calculate the time to be somewhere around 10 o'clock. That means previous to 10 o'clock we have to close by Well Road, by Orange Grove Road, so you can go in that direction anymore. So I urge people who have to go to work, please bear that in mind, that that road will be closed. Depends on how fast it reaches and how fast it's moving. But just for them to get an idea, and with that thought, the cut-off roundabout somewhere around 11 o'clock will be closed. So people need to know that they have to choose alternative routes, whether they go through lowlands or they go to French Quarter side. Okay, it's still tentative. I say Church Hill roundabout will be closed around between 12 and 12:30. Because of it is gonna be coming down the hill, we have to do it like that. As soon as it clears the nameless, the roundabout without a name on top of the hill, the traffic can move again. They can go through the Link 1 Phase 2, they can reach their destinations. So I ask everybody to please bear in mind that, and to follow the instructions, because we're gonna have people guiding the traffic. And for them to do it in a good way, you must follow the instructions. What we find constantly, people, instead of following the instructions as the traffic laws tells them to do, They will come slow, open the window and ask questions. That's why we talk, that's why there's press, that's why there's communication, for them to know the traffic needs to flow. For every car that stops to ask is a backup of many other cars. So that's something that I will stress on, and some places will have barricades. Please bear in mind, barricades placed by the law there, if you move them, is a hefty fine. Bear that in mind. I will come back with other information if the other ones are around to talk to. We'll leave the word now to my colleague, Raymond.
Good morning. I'd like to thank the people of St. Martin for the well behavior the last by the causeway jump up. We did arrest one gentleman for disturbing public order, did not follow direction of the police, and he resisted arrest. He was fined $735 that night, and later upon he was released. What I want also to, especially for the people that are driving on the road, please take into account that the cleaners that come behind the evenement, the jump up, they needed some minutes to clean the road. So please be patient, give them a chance to clean the road so we could open it as soon as possible. If the traffic comes and jams up, they cannot clean it, so it's going to take longer. So please follow the instruction, like Mr. Gout said, of the police at any time.
This is a great example that for Unity Jump Up, it took so much unity to get to this point. A great thank you to our counterparts on the Friendside Carnival Committee, in helping us deal with the police over there. You know, they stood in for us over there and operated and got things done so that we can have this. And of course to my own KPSM on this side of the island, always willing to get this smoother. I mean, you would think that the amount of time I spend in the police station is something wrong going on with Carnival, but no, we come here to discuss things in regards to public safety and having a good time in here as well. Unity Jump Up is going to be a very unified jump up. We're going to start on that side of the island. Please pay attention, as everyone has mentioned, to the traffic changes. We're trying to have a good time. Very good that we didn't have not a lot of incidents at all in the causeway jump up. Behavior was stellar. Let's just do a little bit better and have a great time. It's going to be a long jump up. I would like to advise everyone to make sure walk with a bottle of water, regular water with no alcohol in it, just regular water, because before you know it, you know, you're 4, 5, 6 hours on the road and you can get dehydrated easily. And at night, you know, we're doing our best to keep you safe, but you should do the same for yourself. And last but not least as well, the cleaning crew. So those of you who are not in the jump up, if you see barricades, the police has already mentioned what's the fines for moving barricades. That's against the law. Just adhere to the rules. We're trying to get in and out ourselves as soon as possible. Everyone is welcome. The list will be out on the social media very soon, and we are consistently thankful to all the authorities involved to help this be a good time. The lineup times for those that are part of it, do not come late as well, because the road's closed for everyone. If you have to be part of the parade, please get to the starting point as fast as you can to 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock is the same time on both sides of the island. So just get there as fast as possible if you have to be part of this parade, so that we don't have any delays. I'll pass the word now to my counterparts from the French Carnival Committee.
Once again, good day to all. It is a pleasure really having this Unity Jump Up. We are so joyful that it hasn't been taking place in a long time. So with the cooperation of the police in our department, we are so happy that this is happening once again and should be able to continue for the rest years to come. We just come out of our carnival, which was successful and everyone did enjoy themselves. So now we're going into the counterpart carnival, and we just want to wish everybody a safe Unity Jump Up on Friday night.
5 years ago, this Unity Jump Up took place. Why such a long pause, not seeing the continuation of it?
From our side, it has to do with this type of cooperation we have today. We need the authorities on both sides to be on the same page and understand the cultural value of doing it. And somehow I believe in the past that sort of fell out of place. We didn't have the right unity for it. It's a stressful parade. We understand that as organizers. It can be very stressful on the community, but there's a great amount of joy and excitement that comes with it as well. So it's back here because we can use Carnival 50 to say, listen, this is an important time to do something important, and I think that's what helped it get to this point from my side.
He basically said everything. So it has same thing due to previous problem. So now it seems that we can get it going again. So we will not base on the past, but try go to the future.
What kind of a participation of persons are you hoping to see, or you anticipating will be part of this wonderful venture?
Sorry, can you say the first part again?
What kind of participation do you anticipate?
I expect a lot of participation. I expect from the friend side, a lot of people to jump on early and maybe don't go the whole way. I hope everybody doesn't go the whole way, to be quite honest with you, because it's a long and tiring jump up. However, it's going to be a lot of excitement. As you know, the bands that are there, all those bands hail from a particular part of the island, and I can expect some of their fans will be waiting for them at certain points, which we have already identified with the police as some points that can be heavily crowded. So expect police presence in those areas as well. But we're going to have a good jam. I think the bands are really, really excited for this. I think the public is excited. So Causeway, I expected like maybe 20% more people. I think it was more than that. If you look at it that way, I think maybe we may have the same here, 35% more than normal.
My final question for you is, how many bands will be on the road? And if you can give us a breakdown as to who they are, that would be helpful as well.
Yes, let me do that here. Sorry for that. Okay, we will have up front the Band of the Year, 2018 Band of the Year, the TG Band, which will be followed then by DJ Soso and his truck, then followed by the Zero Tolerance Band, and then which is followed by Mixmaster Paulie and his truck, followed then by the No Limit Band, who hasn't been here for a while in this one, and they're actually the favorite to be there. And then at the end we have the Explosion Band. So we have 4 bands and 2 DJs at this point right now.
And the starting point for all bands will be throughout the front side?
On the Gaddy's Bay, yes. Yeah.
Next question is for
Mr. And if we may get your French counterpart involved here as well, Inspector, the collaboration in organizing or seeing this coming to fruition, how difficult a task was it for the 2 law agencies?
A difficult task, it is not, because as you see, we both speak English, so it goes fast and smooth. And it's clear what we have to do. We just discuss the hurdles, what's the problems, what we can assist each other on, and possible things that need extra attention. And from there we take it on. And from here on, not only with the Unity Jump Up, we're going to be seeing us working together more frequently.
The parade is going to start from the front side. How do you intend to carry out your communication, French, Dutch?
We have a liaison from the gendarmerie, who is at the lead car, after the lead car in the jump up, and through their dispatch that we have contact with our dispatch. So we're gonna know constantly where they are.
The chief of police, you're going to start from the front side. Do I take it that you, as a police agency, will end your activity with the parade at the border?
Yes, we will. We will stop at the border where the Dutch police will take over and carry on the Unity Jump Up, the event.
Approximately how many of your law officials, enforcement officials will be a part of the parade to ensure safety and what have you?
Will be more, with the gendarmerie, will be more than 30 agents on the road, securing the circulation, just as he exposed for on the Dutch side, but on our front side, they already know how it will be flowing, but will be more than 30 with the gendarmerie.
Inspector Gold, the parade starts at 8 o'clock from Marigot. What time do you intend to end?
That is a question that I cannot answer you, carved in stone.
Is there a projected time?
No, everything depends on what time it reach and what speed are we moving with. I have already tentative times. The ones that I gave you was tentative based on moving with a pace of 25 minutes. If we can get it to move at a pace of 20 minutes, the times will change again. I will change, the 5 minutes will change it with an hour, the final destination. So based on that we have it. So at the moment it reach, based on the calculation that I make, I just have to choose the one that we're gonna hold. So I make it out already. When it reach, if it reach 9:30, I have it made out. If it reach 10 o'clock, 10:30, I have it. So like that. It's all about what time it reaches. It's important. So after we finish with this meeting, we're gonna have a small deliberation where we can do what to cut the time. But we are looking somewhere between 2 and 3 to finish it.
Thank you.
It's hectic because of that. A lot of roads will be closed long, and at that time you will have businesses that are closing, so the workers are tired, they want to go home, so we get aggravated people on the road.
Now, interestingly, you said by 2 o'clock, I mean the causeway jump up, which is a much shorter jump up,
Yeah.
ended at 2 o'clock. You're coming from the front side to Phillipsburg. How is that possible?
It's possible because the people will be tired. It's a long road. It's like 7-point-something kilometers. It's not easy. You have to be prepared for that. And if you're drinking, it goes slower. So everything depends on when we reach Kraitov roundabout. We have a clear-cut picture of what time we will be reaching the other side, because that is important. Because there is the hill. And after the hill is going downwards hill.
In the past, you have used your drone to work to get that. That will be activated as well.
Actually, operational details we can discuss it here. But we will do the most to ensure the safety of the public, but also to inform the public that use the road as much as possible. And like I said in the previous meeting, for the parades in the day, we're gonna have live streaming on our Facebook. So every hour you can go on the Facebook for you to see what the traffic situation is, where the parade is, so you can make better decisions.
Live streaming.
That means you will see, let's say the parade is reaching Gramashi roundabout, you can see where the road is closed, so you can choose to go a different.
So your drone will be activated
During the day. Yeah, that's for the live streaming. That is something I can tell you about. That's the next service that we try to give for the people to have a better view in decision making.
One thing that we have is life, so let we live it and live it right. Come together and unify. Link up your friends them and build a vibe. Cause this my year, my year, my year.